What's up, everybody? I wanted to come to you guys with my NXT review, so let's get right into it. To kick off NXT, we had Cameron Grimes versus Dominic Dijakovic in the first match of the night on NXT tonight. This match was pretty decent between Cameron Grimes and Dominic Dijakovic in the first match tonight on NXT. This match was decent. I couldn't really get into it. I like Dominic Dijakovic. He's one of my favorites on NXT. But I just couldn't get into the match with Dominic Dijakovic and Cameron Grimes tonight in the first match on NXT. This match kind of bored me. I was bored by this match. This match never picked up for me. If the match would have really picked up pace and really started off quick, I could have got into it. But this first match dragged, and it shouldn't have went on as long as it did between Dominic Dijakovic and Cameron Grimes. These two guys, they do not need to be in the ring together. I swear to God, these two guys they don't need to wrestle each other anymore. I don't want to see this match. I don't want to see this match happen again. I don't want to see Cameron Grimes versus Dominic Dijakovic ever again. This match completely bombed. This match was awful. It was absolute downright garbage. And Cameron Grimes picked up the win over Dominic Dijakovic. Complete burial of Dominic Dijakovic, in my opinion. Dominic Dijakovic is the most good worker you got on NXT, and you bury him tonight with Cameron Grimes, who is a complete jobber. I'm not a fan of Cameron Grimes. The dude is not believable. The dude cannot sell. The dude cannot work. The dude cannot sell any match that he's in. He got beat by Kushida. Kushida beat Cameron Grimes. So what does that say for Cameron Grimes? You have a jobber completely beat your strong guy tonight on NXT in the form of Dominic Dijakovic. Dominic Dijakovic takes the loss to Cameron Grimes. Cameron Grimes ends up completely burying Dominic Dijakovic tonight on NXT. This match completely bombed. I didn't enjoy it. I didn't get into it. It wasn't that great. It was okay. It was just okay for me. If the pace would have quickened in this match, I could have got into it a lot more. But this match was absolutely downright dreadful. It was awful. These two guys cannot work together. These two guys do not gel well inside the ring together at all. And Cameron Grimes picked up the win over Dominic Dijakovic tonight on NXT. And then we have Finn Balor. Finn Balor comes out and he talks about his next move on NXT. Finn Balor talks about how he's the best in NXT. And then he gets interrupted by two members of Imperium, Martel and Fabian Eichner. And Fabian Eichner and Martel beat down Finn Balor. I don't really care. You have the two members of Imperium beat down your best man, which is Finn Balor. You bury Finn Balor tonight in NXT by having him beat down by two complete and utter jobbers of Imperium. I don't get it. I don't care. You made Finn Balor look like a complete chump. Finn Balor is buried, confirmed. So you got your two guys buried. You bury Dominic Dijakovic and you bury Finn Balor tonight on NXT. Way to go, NXT. Way to go. You bury Dominic Dijakovic and you bury Finn Balor. Way to go. And then we have Mia Yim versus Xia Li. This was the best match of the night, in my opinion. These two women had a good match. It was a good to decent match. I got into this match with Xia Li and Mia Yim tonight on NXT. This was a good women's match. This was the best match of the night, in my opinion. I really did like this match. It was a really good match. It was fun to watch. These two women I would like to see wrestle again. But because these two women gel well inside the ring together and they work well together. This was a good match between Mia Yim and Xia Li tonight on NXT. and Mia Yim, I mean not Mia Yim, but Xia Li ends up picking up the win over Mia Yim due to Raquel Gonzalez interfering in the match between Xia Li and Mia Yim tonight on NXT. Raquel Gonzalez interferes in the match. She costs Mia Yim the win. Xia Li picks up the win over Mia Yim due to outside interference from Raquel Gonzalez tonight on NXT, the partner of Dakota Kai. So there you go. I would like to see Mia Yim and Xia Li go 1-on-1 again. I like to see these two women go again in a match. I think they could have a really good match if they were given the time to work. But yeah, Xia Li and Mia Yim was the best match of the night tonight on in my opinion, on NXT tonight. And like I said, Xia Li picked up the win over Mia Yim due to outside interference by Raquel Gonzalez, the partner of Dakota Kai. Raquel Gonzalez ended up interfering and costing Mia Yim the win with Xia Li. And Xia Li picked up the win over Mia Yim due to outside interference by Raquel Gonzalez tonight on NXT, the partner of Dakota Kai. And then we had a backstage segment with Tegan Nox. This was a awesome backstage segment with Tegan Nox tonight. Tegan Nox absolutely had a absolutely awesome backstage segment. Great backstage segment tonight with Tegan Nox. Tegan Nox, man, big shout out to her, man. She is awesome, man. She had a very good backstage segment tonight on NXT. So big shout out to Tegan Nox on her awesome backstage segment tonight on NXT. She did a great job. And she talked about how she was going to end Dakota Kai next week on NXT in their steel cage match. So very awesome backstage segment tonight with Tegan Nox. Very awesome segment. Loved it. She completely nailed it. Did a great job. Awesome promo by Tegan Nox tonight backstage on NXT. This was a great promo by Tegan Nox. Absolutely loved it. Great job tonight by Tegan Nox on her backstage segment tonight on NXT. And then we had the Forgotten Sons versus the Grizzled Young Veterans in a tag team match. This was a pretty decent to okay tag team match between the Grizzled Young Veterans and the Forgotten Sons tonight on NXT in a tag team match. This was a decent to okay tag team match. I did enjoy it for what it was. It was decent. It wasn't nothing to write home about. It was pretty decent for what it was. It was a decent to okay tag team match versus the Forgotten Sons and the Grizzled Young Veterans. This was a pretty good to decent tag team match. I did enjoy it for what it was. It was nothing special. Two pretty good tag teams on NXT tonight with the Grizzled Young Veterans versus the Forgotten Sons. This was a pretty decent to okay tag team match. I enjoyed it. This was not the best. This was not the best I've seen these two work, and this was not the best tag team match I've ever seen on NXT. And the Grizzled Young Veterans ended up picking up the win over the Forgotten Sons tonight on NXT, in a pretty decent to okay tag team match tonight on NXT. And then we had Killian Dane versus Bronson Reed. This match was decent. It was nothing to write home about. It was pretty much a squash. It's pretty much a squash match. Killian Dane ended up squashing Bronson Reed. Don't really care. It was kind of it was really quick, over with quickly. Killian Dane picked up the win over Bronson Reed in a squash match. There you go. And then the main event of the night was Bianca Belair versus the Queen Charlotte Flair. This was a great main event to close the show for NXT tonight. This was a great match. I'll get into that in a minute. And then we had Tommaso Ciampa versus Austin Theory. This match was pretty good between Austin Theory and Tommaso Ciampa tonight on NXT. This was a pretty good match between these two guys. I enjoyed it. It was very enjoyable. Great match between Austin Theory and Tommaso Ciampa tonight on NXT. Very good match. Very enjoyable. Fun match to watch. These two put on a pretty good match. It was decent. I liked it. It was fun. It was a quick paced match. I did get into it. So these two guys put on a pretty good match tonight on NXT. Austin Theory can work, so can Tommaso Ciampa. These two guys can absolutely put on a great match. Tommaso Ciampa and Austin Theory had a good match tonight on NXT. And these two guys absolutely had a good match. I enjoyed it. Absolutely great match tonight between Tommaso Ciampa and Austin Theory tonight on NXT. And Tommaso Ciampa ended up picking up the win over Austin Theory tonight on NXT. Now, let's get into the main event of the night. Charlotte Flair versus Bianca Belair. This was a great main event to close the show with the Queen Charlotte Flair versus Bianca Belair tonight to close the show for NXT. This was a good women's match to close the show in the main event of NXT tonight. Very good women's match between Charlotte Flair and Bianca Belair. Bianca Belair was great tonight. I will admit it. She was good tonight, man. She put on a very, very good match with the Queen Charlotte Flair. Both women absolutely tore the house down in the main event of NXT tonight to close the show. Great main event between Bianca Belair and Charlotte Flair tonight to close the show for NXT. Very awesome main event. I mean, Bianca Belair looked good. I will say that. Bianca Belair, she can go in the ring. She is decent in the ring. I'll give her that. She's not the best wrestler I've seen, but hey, Bianca Belair can go in the ring as well as Charlotte Flair can go as well. These two women put on a good match in the main event of NXT tonight. Very good match. These two women went out and had the best match of the night in the main event to close the show for NXT tonight. Very good main event with Charlotte and Bianca Belair. Very good main event to close the show. Very awesome. I like that. That was good. These two women absolutely went out there and stole the show in the main event of NXT tonight. Great showing by Bianca Belair and great showing by the Queen Charlotte Flair as well. And Charlotte Flair ends up picking up the win over Bianca Belair due to natural selection. So Charlotte Flair picked up a huge win over Bianca Belair tonight in the main event of NXT. Great match with Bianca Belair and Charlotte Flair tonight on NXT. Both women stole the show tonight in the main event of NXT. Great match between these two women. And the Queen Charlotte Flair picked up the win over Bianca Belair in the main event of NXT due to hitting natural selection. Both women look good in this match. Charlotte Flair, Bianca Belair, man. These two can work inside the ring together. They gel very well inside the ring together. They put on a great match in the main event of NXT tonight. Both women did great. Put on a good match. Very enjoyable. So I'm going to give NXT about a 6. I'm giving NXT a 6 out of 10. That's my rating tonight for NXT. And after the match, after Tommaso Ciampa had his match, Johnny Gargano attacked Tommaso Ciampa after the match with Austin Theory. That was pretty cool. So I'm going to go 6 out of 10 for my NXT review tonight. NXT was a 6 out of 10 for me. I like the Tommaso Ciampa Austin Theory match. That was good. I like the backstage segment with Tegan Knox. That was good. I like the main event with Bianca Belair and Charlotte Flair. That was good. I liked the Mia Yim and Xia Li match. That was good as well. I like so those are the things I like tonight on NXT. So tell me what you guys thought about NXT tonight down below. Tell me what you guys thought about the matches tonight down below on NXT tonight. I want to know what you guys thought about NXT tonight down below. And if you guys like the channel, hit that red support button and turn on the bell for all notification. I'd appreciate that. And if you guys like this NXT review, hit that thumbs up. And yeah, guys, I'm going 6 out of 10 for NXT tonight. Um, if there was a couple things I would suggest you guys go back and watch tonight on NXT, go back and watch the Austin Theory versus Tommaso Ciampa match, and watch the attack with Johnny Gargano and watch the attack with Johnny Gargano attacking Tommaso Ciampa after his match with Austin Theory tonight on NXT. Go back and watch that. I think you guys will enjoy that. And go back and watch the backstage segment tonight with Tegan Knox. I think you guys will enjoy that as well. And go back and watch Mia Yim versus Xia Li. Go back and watch that match. I think you guys will enjoy that match as well. And go back and watch the main event of NXT tonight with the Queen, Charlotte Flair versus Bianca Belair. That was a very, very good match in the main event of NXT. I think you guys will enjoy that match. And go back and watch the match with go back and watch the match with go back and watch go back and watch those things I told you about. I think you guys will enjoy them. And so thank you guys for watching this NXT review. Tell me what you guys thought about NXT down below. I want to know what you guys thought about NXT tonight. Thank you guys for watching this NXT review. I really do appreciate it. Give me your rating for NXT down below. Tell me what you guys are giving NXT for a rating down below. And tell me what you guys thought about NXT down below as well. I want to know what you guys thought about NXT tonight. What did you guys like? What did you hate? What matches did you guys enjoy tonight on NXT? So thank you guys for watching this NXT review. Much love to each and every one of you guys. I love you guys. And thank you guys for watching this video. And I will see you guys tomorrow for my Super Showdown review. And until then, you guys have a great night. I love you guys. Peace.